Hello, everyone. I'm Chinmay Jun from number 3 Vocational Technical School of Nan Ning. Welcome to this mini lecture. In the last lesson, we have learned about the domain name system and uniform resource locators. In this lesson, we will study internet access technologies. This mini lecture consists of 4 parts: Internet Service Provider, Point-to-Point Protocol, Wired Access Technology, and Wireless Access Technology. The teaching objectives of this mini lecture are 1. To understand the role and functions of Internet Service Providers. 2. To master the basic principles and functions of the point-to-point protocol. 3. To familiarize yourself with the types and characteristics of wired and wireless access technologies. Before we start today's lesson, let me ask you a question. How do we connect to the internet? Whether it is home broadband, mobile data networks, or corporate dedicated networks, they all rely on a crucial role: the ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. They provide us with the service of connecting to the internet, enabling us to browse the web, send emails, watch videos, and more. Simply put, without internet service providers, we wouldn't be able to connect to the internet. The main functions of internet service providers include 1. Providing internet access services, including dial-up and broadband access. 2. Providing domain name registration and resolution services, ensuring that we can access websites via domain names. 3. Providing network security measures, such as firewalls and intrusion detection. When we use an internet service provider's services to connect to the internet, how is data transmitted between the user and the internet service provider? This is where the point-to-point protocol comes in. The point-to-point protocol is a communication protocol used for transmitting multi-protocol data packets over point-to-point connections. It provides a standard method for establishing direct connections between two nodes for data transmission and communication. The main functions of the point-to-point protocol are 1. Supporting multiple network protocols. 2. Providing authentication functionality. 3. Offering error detection and recovery mechanisms. 4. Dynamically assigning Internet protocol addresses. In Ethernet access, the point-to-point over Ethernet technology is widely used. Point-to-point over Ethernet utilizes Ethernet resources to run point-to-point over Ethernet for user access authentication. Users connect to the Internet Service Provider's access server via dial-up, with the point-to-point protocol establishing the communication link between the user's end and the access server, and handling authentication and Internet protocol address assignment. This access method is not only convenient and fast, but also secure and reliable. After understanding internet service providers and the point-to-point protocol, let's take a look at the 2 types of internet access: wired access and wireless access. First, wired access technologies mainly include the following. Dial-up access utilizes public switched telephone network through a modem for user access, but the speed is relatively low, typically not exceeding 56 kilobits per second. Cable modem access, based on cable television networks, using frequency division multiplexing technology to simultaneously transmit hundreds of TV channels and data signals. The downstream data transmission rate can reach 36 megabits per second. Asymmetric digital subscriber line access uses existing telephone lines to provide asymmetric transmission rates for upstream and downstream, with the downstream rate typically being much higher than the upstream rate. Local area network access employs Ethernet technology to provide users with fiber to the X plus local area network broadband access, typically achieving gigabit speeds to communities, 100 megabit speeds to buildings, and 10 megabit speeds to users. Fiber to the home directly connects fiber optic cables to the user's home, replacing traditional cable lines and offering various high-speed access rates from 2 megabits per second to 100 megabits per second. Next, let's look at wireless access technologies. Common wireless access technologies mainly include the following types. 1. 4G and 5G mobile networks, high data transmission mobile communication technologies. 2. Wi-Fi uses wireless local area network technology to provide users with wireless access services. 3. Digital microwave achieves long-distance wireless access through microwave transmission technology. 4. Satellite communication uses artificial satellites for data transmission, enabling wireless connectivity on a global scale. What are the characteristics of these two access technologies? Wired access technologies are characterized by 1. Good stability. Physical connections are stable and less affected by external interference. 2. High bandwidth. Especially with fiber optic and local area network access, high-speed data transmission services can be provided. 3. Strong scalability. Bandwidth can be upgraded and expanded according to user needs. Wireless access technologies are characterized by 1. High flexibility. No physical line connection required, users can access the network anytime and anywhere. 2. High mobility. Supports mobile devices and mobile offices. 3. Susceptibility to interference. Wireless signals may be affected by weather, buildings, and other factors. Both access methods have their own advantages and disadvantages. When choosing an access method, we need to consider our own needs and actual circumstances. Through this lesson, we have deeply studied Internet service providers, the point-to-point protocol, and Internet access technologies. Internet service provider technologies provide us with Internet access services. The point-to-point protocol ensures the reliable transmission of data, and Internet access technologies are the foundation for our Internet connections. By learning these technologies, we can better understand the working principles and application scenarios of computer networks, laying a solid foundation for future study and work. Finally, to reinforce what you have learned, I have prepared some exercises for you to complete after class. I hope each of you will diligently complete them and internalize what you have learned. That concludes this mini lecture. Thank you, everyone.